let me respond.
By the
Let
way,
me
two
respond.
things can exist. You
Let
can
me
say he's done a
respond.
good
Let me
job
respond.
until guys. Go ahead. Let
Guys,
Brandon
can I
respond. Please.
respond? Let me respond, right? Miguel, 100% call the players out. I've just done that. Yeah, I've just done that. While I sit here and say about the manager, I have called out individual players as well. However, Miguel, we're 5 years deep into this process under this manager with the money that's been spent. So why you can sit here and say, yeah, this player, he put his best players out there and they didn't do the business. Who builds the fucking squad, Miguel? Who builds the squad?
Edu.
The manager.
The sporting director.
Who invests in these players, Miguel? The manager. Yeah? These players were brought by the fucking manager. Yeah? That's why our midfield's dead today, because he invested in Mikel Merino. He invested in the likes of Calafiori, who's a defender that he can't trust to play at right back, so he moves our best creative, other than Odegaard, midfielder to right back. He's the reason why we chop and change all the time. He's the fucking reason, Miguel. So why you can sit here and say, oh, the manager takes no blame? He takes all the blame. Yeah? He's the manager. Fucking hell, do me a favour, man. We're in a 5-year process. We're supposed to be going on to win the league this season, and you're sitting here going, "Oh, but we're unbeaten. We're unbeaten." Okay,
Yeah, but
we'll see what you say at the end of the season when Liverpool win the league and Arsenal win fuck all again. Yeah, where's your excuses going to be then? I'm sick and tired of your excuses and your bullshit again.
We've had a relatively difficult season, and you have to acknowledge that the manager's keeping it together. He's been the one
good season.
Yeah, we have.
We're watching Arne Slot in his first year as Liverpool manager absolutely show everybody up. Show this manager, after sitting there saying 5 years, it takes 5 years, I need all my players, I need all this money. Yeah, we give him the 5 years, we give him all his money. And what's he doing now? He's getting shown up by a guy who's had, 5 months in the league?
Yeah,
5 months.
Brandon, hold on. Let me interject here because I agree. I do agree with you, Brandon. Right, hold on. Let me interject here. Yeah.
Stop. 1 second, brother. It's between me and Brandon. Let me finish, please. Brandon, what you need to understand is my point is you were first to discard the referee decision and say, "Oh, okay, forget about the referee decision." But yet you've not called out Saliba on this on that. Since you're saying, "Oh, forget about the referee decision," you're not blaming Saliba for the penalty. Besides the penalty, Brighton were not breaking us down at all. They were never going to get a goal. They were never going to score a goal against us today. The manager set us up to win that game. The players dropped points. You can say it's on the manager as much as you want, but the same manager who you are constantly saying hasn't gotten us over the line is the one who got us into a title race with a team that deemed fit enough to even get top 4. So you need to take a reality check and realize that what you are asking for and what you are expecting sometimes is not lining up with what you are saying you're witnessing on a weekly basis. No. Let me finish, because you are constantly here to berate the players, to talk about the squad, to talk about all the issues that the manager has to deal with, and at the same time, heavily criticize him for things that are sometimes not in his control. Today's performance and the result, yes, it might not have been the best, but at the same time, the manager was trying to do his best to deal with the unprecedented issues he had on his hand. He had Saka out, he had Havertz out, he had a penalty that was given out of absolutely nowhere. He had the team set up defensively, shutting down Brighton in their home ground, asking them to see what can you do to try to do something against us, and they couldn't do nothing. If it wasn't for Anthony Taylor or if it wasn't for Saliba, whichever one you want to pick, it was on them today, and it was not on Arteta solely. But you want to take everything out, negate every other factor, and solely blame the manager. I think that is wrong, and I think today, if you sit here and tell me you've ever seen that penalty given before in your life, you're an absolute liar.
Okay. Again, I've already said this. While I agree that I personally don't feel as though that is a penalty, right? It's been given, right? So it's 1-1. Who looked like going on to win that game, Miguel? Arsenal or Brighton?
Arsenal were never going to concede.
No. Who, after when it goes 1-1, who looked like going on to win the game, Miguel?
Who looked more
like? Hang on. Deo, let Miguel answer. Who looked the more likely to go on to win the game after it goes 1-1, Miguel?
It was a smash and grab for either team.
I can't hear Miguel. Hang on. Go on, Miguel.
Igal, you're on mute.
I think you muted yourself.
Igal, you're on mute.
Miguel, you're on mute, bro. You're on
Gal,
mute.
we cannot hear you. We can't
Lost his
hear you, bro.
voice.
Why am I mute? You see, you guys remember this. Mute yourselves when it's not your turn to speak. It'll help. Also, number one, you're right, Brendan. Guess what? It was 50-50. But you want to say Brighton had better chances? You can say that. But overall, second after they scored, it was 50-50. And the reason why I'm saying to you, you are seeing things to suit your argument. I am trying to
It's not
sit
about
here.
suiting my argument, Miguel.
Brendan, you have a stance. You're not going to change from it. You sat here right now and said, and you said that everything's on Arteta, negating the fact that the player made a mistake that gave away a penalty, negating the fact that he put out his best attacking players that he had to his disposal, negating the fact that, guess what? Sometimes it's not all on the manager. You want to put it all on the manager because you think the manager getting replaced is the difference between us winning or losing. And also, finally, stop doing this one thing. Stop letting other teams and what they do dictate how you feel about your team, because that's a mistake. That's a mistake. That's a mistake. That's a mistake that I've been making. I am not going to sit here after every single Liverpool result and measure up how we are doing compared to them, because at the end of the day, all we can do is control what we do. Yes, we dropped points today, but at the same time, we've been doing relatively good for the last couple of weeks. I'm not going to sit here and berate the manager and say, this is why he needs to go. This is why this has to happen. I don't think today's on Arteta. You think it's on Arteta. Fair enough. I'm not going to change your mind, but this is why I think you're wrong. And if you don't agree with it, fly kick a monkey.
Okay, I know Terry wants to move on, so I'm going to make this my last point, right? I don't base what I see today, on other teams around us are doing what they're doing. I base this on 3 years out of the 5 of Arsenal showing the same level of performances, the same performances that have dropped points that have ended up going on to cost us league titles in the end, or to cost us trophies in the end. This is not in isolation today, right? We talk about the game in isolation, but as I've already pointed out, we could go back to the summer to talk about today. Why have we got no creativity in the midfield when Martin Odegaard is sat on the bench?
Irrelevant.
Why?
It's irrelevant.
It's not irrelevant, Miguel. Miguel, it's not relevant. It's not relevant. You're one of the fans. No. You're one of the fans who sat there and said, after the summer transfer window slammed shut, that it was a 7 out of 10 window, right? So my question is, when it goes to 1-1, we've all just sat here and said, or you'd like to say it was a 50-50, yeah? In my opinion, Brighton look more likely to go on to win the game this tonight, right? After it goes 1-1. So why is that? Because Arsenal struggle to create anything. So why have we got no creativity in the side when Martin Odegaard is out? Hang on. Why? Because we didn't do enough in the summer.
50-50. There were opportunities to win.
Oh, you lot talk shit, honestly.
It's not his fault that the players are missing up. Oh, okay, they're both gone.
So, like, okay, Brandon's gone. I find it funny. I find it
Right.
funny.
They're both gone.
Wait, how they both gone?
Bro, they're both gone.
I thought Terry removed both of them. I was like, how would he do that?
Bro, they left both of them.
You know what? I want to go to.